All right, welcome. My name is Hale, and this is Commercial Cash Flow System. Some of you here came from all different areas of the country, and I welcome each and every one of you. This is going to be very, very powerful. What we're going to be covering is a lot of material on how we're creating tens of thousands of cash flow. Cash flow's king in commercial real estate for all different types of property. Now, it doesn't matter if you've just started off in commercial real estate, if you're a residential pro, or if you've never done a deal before. It's absolutely irrelevant. You're going to learn the strategies, the tools, and the techniques now where you can get out there and you can make exceptional income, because that's what it's all about. So before we get started, I think it's only fair that I just take a quick moment and tell a little bit about myself and why I'm qualified to be up here, why I'm qualified to teach you good folks here, and also listening to these CDs, watching these DVDs on how you can make exceptional income. I actually started off as a residential investor, and I went through the daily grind, all the cuts, bumps, and bruises to make it happen. I did all the rehabs, I did the lease options, I did purchasing property subject to its existing loan, and also short sales. Don't need to say any more about short sales, right, guys? Okay. All that grind, all that work just to wiggle my way to a payday, and there's something that I understood a long time ago, that residential, you can make money in the residential business, especially because it's cyclical. It goes up and it goes down in cycles. But one thing I learned, and I learned a long time ago, is that residential is more so of a non-business decision. What it comes down to with residential is this. People purchase homes, they live in their homes, and if they have a problem with their home, then they end up selling it aggressively, because we're looking for deals that we can buy below market, or we get good deals that we're buying at wholesale. So because of that, I understood a long time ago that in residential, it's more so emotions that are tied to it. And commercial is a business decision. Anybody can do this business. Anybody can get into it and make it happen. And that's why I love commercial real estate, because it's nothing more than a decision from the owner if they want to sell. Because remember, guys, rule number one is never listen to broke people. And rule number two is only deal with motivated people that want to do business with you. It's so very powerful to understand that, and that's what's going to separate you from the masses of investors out there. Now, with that said, I jumped right into commercial real estate. I've analyzed so many deals, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's in the billions. And that's because I opened up the floodgates a long time ago, and I said, anybody can go ahead and send me deals. I'm here to do deals. That's what I'm here to do. I was so much in the trenches and wanted to make it happen, just doing deals in commercial, that I allowed anybody and anybody just to go ahead and submit deals to me. Well, that got very tiring very fast, because after analyzing all those deals, I could never get that time back. And that's why I've put this system together so anybody can get out there and make it happen with the tools and strategies. Now the floodgates are open, but only the qualified leads are coming through the pipeline, because I'm only dealing with people who speak the same language. So for those of you who are in possession of these CDs and DVDs, and for those of you here in front of me, that's why you have arrived. You guys now have the power to succeed. You can move forward and get it done. So again, it doesn't matter if you're new to real estate or if you're just starting out right now. So let's go ahead and turn to page 9. What I'm going to cover here is our objective. It's very powerful to know our objective. We got to know where exactly we're going. It's not just about that we've arrived here. It's to know where we're going to be going. And I've been at this for so long, sharing positive, solid information with good folks and making it so easy that you can get into this business and accomplish making tens of thousands in real estate. I just want to go ahead and clarify something. Commercial real estate is not big and scary. It's not. We're not talking about huge, big glass buildings. We're not talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of square feet of land. We're not talking about these ridiculous properties that are unreachable to the average person. What we are talking about is the property when you guys drive down the street away from your house, when you're running errands and you're passing shopping centers and you're passing multifamily and you're passing assisted living and senior living facilities, or tracts of land that are sitting in the path of progress but are just sitting there with growth and debris on them, but they could be put to its highest and best use. Those are the type of properties that we're talking about, where we can get cash flow coming in and then put it to its highest and best use and maximize the benefit. So these properties are all around us. They're all around us. Somebody's going to get these deals. It might as well be you. So number one is multi-million-dollar profits. We want to focus on multi-million-dollar profits. There's something that I want to clarify here quickly, and that's big deal-itis. Now, again, when I'm talking about normal properties that we want to jump into, I'm not talking about the type of properties where you're going to leave out of here and go for the big home run, right? A lot of you would look for that, right? Right, guys? True. Because I know this because I was one of you. I started off as a residential investor. I got into commercial, and I actually went through the process of getting into these big, huge deals. And it's all about networking, and networking with brokers is very powerful. We're going to be talking about how to work with brokers later, but networking is so very powerful because when you meet somebody who's got similar ideas, similar thoughts, and they have the same success pattern, and they have an action plan as you do, then what happens is the synergy comes together. That's what we have here, guys, is the synergy. This is very powerful. And what's going to happen is we're going to get out there and we're going to get deals done, right? So with that said, I don't want you to focus on deals that are so large, that are so ridiculous, that will waste your time. And I think that this will do a major service for you by me sharing something with you really quick. I do want to go ahead and pull this up really quick. Now, when I was jumping into commercial and I was getting tons of deals through the pipeline, I started creating relationships. You only need really one good broker on your team to get deals coming through the pipeline to make it happen. It only takes one. But I do want to share this with you because I think that this will put the light, shine the light on the subject here of big deal-itis is what I like to call it. Now, this here is a letter of intent. Remember, guys, we're not out there making oral offers anyway. We're going to get into letters of intent. We're going to get into contracts. We're going to get into all that information. But I want to share this with you because this is so very powerful. You see what this says here? Waldorf, Astoria, and Towers. Now, I was out there and I was networking. I was doing this business, and I wanted to hit a home run so bad. I needed a big check like I needed air, right? Like a lot of you do, and I get that. But just focus on the income stream. Focus on the cash flow. Don't focus on the big number at the end of the day like most people do when it comes to commercial. And that's the reason why a lot of people stay away from it is because of all the myths, right? You need tons of cash. You need perfect credit. You need years and years of experience. Well, if you're a conventional wisdom player, you do need to put down 10, 30, 40, 50% cash, and you do need to personally sign for loans, and you do need to have the experience to crunch all the numbers to make sure that the deal stands up if you're buying retail. But we don't buy retail, we buy wholesale. We always have, and we always will. Commercial real estate is absolutely no exception. Now remember, I'm showing you how to buy commercial property at 30 to 50% of appraised value, appraised market value. Right? With none of your own money, credit, or previous experience. And we're going to get through that and digest it in whole. That way you guys can get out there and make it happen on your own, or I provide the heavy lifting to get the deals done with you. This particular deal right here, I'm going to start off with this. It's right in the middle of New York. And this is the Waldorf Astoria and Towers in New York. This is the actual Waldorf Astoria and Towers. You can see the purchaser right here through my network. It was the royal family kingdom of Morocco. That's right. That's right. It's big. And I know some of you are chuckling, and I'm chuckling too. And the reason being is because the purchase price was $2.1 billion. $2.1 billion. This right here, guys, is big deal-itis is what I call it. This is that one home run that'll put anybody into early retirement. And there's the signature from the buyer. Now, this deal was moving forward. Somebody had to buy it. Right? Somebody bought it. Look what they did to the plaza out in New York City. People buy these properties. Is it in your best interest to go out there and chase these big deals? Or do you want to focus on the low-hanging fruit, focus on the cash flow? The latter, guys, cash flow. Cash flow is king. That's what this whole thing is about, is acquiring the cash flow. Don't get big deal-itis. Focus on the multi-million-dollar deals, but stay away from these big deals where they're just absolutely ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous, okay? So with that said, tens of thousands in monthly cash flow, multi-million-dollar profits. I do have a $2 million minimum profit threshold for any deal that I look at. I like to see $2 million minimum profit That way I know that the deal is going to be pulling in substantial income. Okay, that's why I set it at that, so that way it'll be pulling in some substantial income. Low risk as well. Low risk deals. Now that doesn't mean that I will not go out there and look at deals that are pulling in cash flow that are less than $2 million on profit threshold. It just means that's where I want to set it at. But if a deal makes sense, guys, a deal's a deal's a deal, right? A deal is a deal is a deal. Now, low risk. There's inherent risk in commercial real estate. There's risk in residential real estate. There's risk in you guys coming here. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees in life on anything, correct? What we want to focus on is the lowest of low risk deals that we can get. And when you're buying at 30 to 50% of appraised value, we have low risk. And the reason being is because we can get in there, control the property, have equity at closing, have tremendous upside over my double triple rule, which we're going to discuss later. And we can have a little bit of room where we don't have to crunch numbers down to the very red cent. Crunching numbers is good. It's good. The system is set up to crunch numbers. The system's set up to know what the future value is. But we buy as is, where is in its current state, in its current condition. We're not buying on speculation. We're not buying on hope. We're not buying on future value. We buy as is, where is. We also want to get into deals with none of your own money or credit required. So the way we do with this is we look for the top 1%, and this will resolve these last two issues, okay? Which is none of your own money credit, and also can be done with minimum time and effort. It's all about minimum time and effort. I've gotten deals sent to me that are absolute no-brainer deals, but I choose to pass on them because I can't do them with speed and ease. I don't need to inherit anybody else's headache. We all know about that. We all know about that from other investing in residential. If you're a residential investor like I was in the past, you don't want to inherit somebody else's issues. We want to be able to get in there and solve the issues so we can create income, so we can go ahead and create cash flow, all right? Next is cash flowing properties. Cash flowing properties is definitely where it's at, guys. And land is not cash flowing. I'm going to show you how we can make land cash flowing, but we're not trying to jump through hoops. We're not trying to mold something into a deal. What we are trying to do is get into a property with speed and ease and make it happen. Get in there with speed and ease and make it happen. People who get these deals are often not trained pros like you. They're not. Okay? I know a lot of people hear the word lucky, and I'm somebody who understands luck, but I don't think luck is something like luck of the Irish. I think luck has to do with exposure. Luck has to do with putting yourself in the right place at the right time. And it always doesn't have to be the perfect place at the perfect time. It just has to be action. You just have to take action and get out there, network, make it happen, and the deals will come. The deals will come right through the pipeline. I know we have a lot of deals here. I asked everybody to raise your hand. I know we got a lot of deals here that we're going to be analyzing over the next several days to come. I'm very excited about that, and that's what we do here. We like to shoot out letters of intent. We like to go ahead and get deals under contract. We like to negotiate deals. That's what we're going to be doing here, all right? These people just happen to get out there and network, talk to the right people, and they're just out there making it happen. So all this information that you get, you could have all the information, all the right answers. You could have everything. But if you don't take action and get out there and give a little gas to your vehicle and make it happen, then deals just aren't going to come. You just give a little bit of effort with what you know when you leave here on the last day, and the deals will come. Remember, we're looking for the top 1% deals. That's the creme de la creme, the low-hanging fruit. Guys, call it whatever you want to call it. We're looking for deals that we can get in, get out, get rich. That's what it's all about. That's what it's about. As trained pros talking to many different people out there, you need to let it be known that you're out in the marketplace looking for deals. You're out there and you're making it happen. All right? Chances are much better than theirs. Someone is out there getting these top 1% deals. There's no doubt. And there's no reason why it's not you. It doesn't matter. Anybody and everybody can get out there and get the deals. All right? The only way this is going to happen is if you stick to it until you get it done. You got to stick to it until you get it nailed. All right? Some of my students are out there, it's taken weeks. Some of my students are out there and it takes months. But it's irrelevant at the end of the day. And the investment is absolutely irrelevant as well, because you're going to surpass that and you're going to be able to have cash flow coming in, and that will solve all and every problem that you have in the financial in your financial mindset, in your head, okay? It'll solve all the problems. Then you can go ahead and give your boss a call and tell him that you just up your income and up his, right? That's right. Stick it till you get it nailed, guys. That's what it's about. You got to get the word out that you buy commercial property. Now, there are some ways to get out there and make it happen. I have students that, of course, get business cards done. We get double-sided business cards, offer referrals, offer for them to become a partner. Bird dogs are very easy to get. All right? They're very, very easy to get. Some of you here just want a bird dog for me. Some of you just want to go find a deal, bring a deal to me, and then that's it. And you don't want to be involved in the process of learning the business from beginning to end. You just want to go ahead and get a finder's fee and get out. And that's fine. But you know what's going to happen? Right when you do that, you're going to see the property improve itself. You're going to see the cash flow coming in. And you're going to hear me talking about it. And then you're going to kick yourself just like this. And you're going to say, okay, now here's another deal, but I want to be a partner. But it's up to you. I encourage you to do what you want to do. Stick in your comfort zone, but don't get comfortable in your comfort zone. I want you guys to get out of your comfort zone. I want you to think outside the box. That's what this whole thing is about. Get out of your comfort zone. I was skating by life for a long period of time in my life. I was making substantial income, and I could have skated right through life just fine. But I said to myself, you know what? I want to take it to another level. I want to continue to take it to another level, and I want to leave a legacy behind, and I want to continue to get out there. And I know there's a lot of different Chinese proverbs out there, and I know that one of them says that the information that you learn, you owe it to yourself and to others to share it. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I made a vow to myself to go ahead and do so. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we're here to get deals done, guys. That's why we're here, okay? That's why we're here. You're here to learn, and we're here to take action. Retire early. That's the next step. And some of you will. Some of you will say, this is it. One deal, I'm done. I'm good. I'm going to retire. And others of you are just going to light a fire, and you're going to continue to go. And you're going to grow, and you're going to get into bigger deals. And you're going to say, why did I ever deal with that one small deal? I should have been focusing on these bigger deals because it doesn't take any more time. All right? Somebody else, guys, are going to be out there getting your deals. Somebody else is out there making it happen. All right? Having the knowledge to do it over and over again, guys, is priceless. All right? So whatever your investment is, whatever it took for you to set aside time to be here or set aside time to invest in yourself to get this knowledge, understand that once you practice the knowledge and you put the knowledge into action, it's priceless. You cannot put a price on it. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to page 10 here. I want to talk about how to minimize risk. How do we get in there and minimize risk? All real estate deals have some degree of inherent risk, okay? Bigger deals generally have more risk, but also have more reward. Now, some of the strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you, like my master lease option strategies and my joint venture strategies, the risk is so low. And the reason being is we're getting in there, we're controlling the property with none of our own money, credit, or previous experience, and in the same hand, we're just providing the resources to get the deal done. I don't know about all you guys, but I'm not here to work hard. I'm here to work smart, right? And since I'm here to work smart, I'm a problem solver and I'm a facilitator. That's what I do. I go ahead and put the people together by networking. I bring in the best of the best. I always say hire the people that you can't afford, okay? And by bringing in the best of the best to the right deal, you just step back and let it happen, and it all does it by itself. And that's so very powerful to understand, not to be a control freak. Some of us, at this point of our life, we're control freaks. I'm all about educate and delegate. Learn it and go ahead and let somebody else take care of it. Because it's where it's at to let somebody else get out there and make that happen. All right? However, it doesn't mean that your deals must all be risky. There's a lot of deals out there that are not going to be risky. And the key is to know how to minimize your risk and understand the Murphy factor. All right? Now, you got to understand that Murphy is going to be your partner. They say that man plans and God laughs. You guys have probably heard that before, right? And it's true. It's true. You're going to find out that he's also a developer. He's an investor. He's your financier. He's your appraiser. He's everything and anything. And the reason being is because he's going to be out there. There's always going to be a situation where you're going to look at a property and you're going to say, okay, I need to get from step A to step B, from B to C, from C to D. But by bringing in the professionals, you can do away with Murphy, because that way you're not controlling everything yourself. Yet what you're doing is you're actually allowing people to get out there and do the work for you. Do you guys get that? See ya.